Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Today is a beautiful day to dive into the absolute madness that just unfolded in Port Charles. We have been waiting for the other shoe to drop, and boy, did it ever. Let's get right into it. I literally cannot breathe right now. I am sitting here typing this up at some ungodly hour because my brain is absolutely short-circuiting after watching that ending. I cannot believe they actually went there. We all knew Jack Brennan was going to find out about Valentine Cassadine hiding in Carly's attic. We knew the clock was ticking. The spoilers literally told us Brennan was on the verge of a troubling discovery, but nothing, and I mean nothing, could have prepared me for the sheer emotional devastation of that confrontation. I am still shaking. Am I the only one who had to rewind that scene like 5 times just to process what was happening? Because my jaw is currently on the floor, and I don't think I'm ever going to recover from this. Let's just set the scene for a second, because the cinematography and the tension were completely off the charts. We've been watching Carly play this incredibly dangerous game for weeks. She's been sleeping with Brennan, keeping him close, while literally hiding international fugitive Valentine Cassadine in her attic. And we all saw Jocelyn snooping around up there recently, looking for answers about Cesar Faison's book and Ross Cullum. We knew the attic was no longer a safe zone. But when Brennan finally made his way up those stairs, the silence in that house was deafening. You could feel the wrath building in him before he even opened the door. And then the door swings open, and there they are, Carly and Valentine. I was screaming at my screen, "Run, Valentine, run," but of course he doesn't. Because Valentine Cassadine does not run when the woman he loves is standing right next to him. Brennan's face in that moment. I have never seen a man look so simultaneously murderous and broken. This is a man who genuinely thought he was building a future with Carly. He thought he had her. He thought she was on his side. And to find his mortal enemy, the man he has been hunting, just casually living in her house, the explosion of wrath was terrifying. Brennan went from 0 to 100 in a split second. And the way he was screaming at her about the betrayal was chilling. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself, because the shouting match wasn't even the craziest part. It was what Carly did next. Normally Carly Corinthos, or Spencer, or whatever we are calling her right now, fights back. She deflects, she makes excuses. She yells louder than the person yelling at her. But she didn't do that this time. She just completely broke down. She collapsed under the weight of the secret she's been carrying. And she looked Brennan dead in the eye, tears streaming down her face. And dropped the biggest bombshell of the decade. I'm pregnant with Valentine's child. I literally dropped my remote. I gasped so loud I probably woke up my neighbors. Carly is pregnant. With Valentine Cassadine's baby. I mean, we all know they had that passionate involvement, and we saw Carly fantasizing about Valentine while she was in bed with Brennan but a baby. This changes absolutely everything. I've been watching this show for years, through the Morgan years, through the Donna years, and I've never seen a pregnancy reveal hit with this much catastrophic weight. And let's talk about Brennan's reaction to that sentence. The man was literally paralyzed. You could physically see the life drain out of his eyes. All that screaming, all that wrath, just instantly evaporated into pure, unadulterated shock. He was completely gutted. Because it's one thing to find out the woman you're sleeping with is hiding another man. It is a completely different universe of pain to find out she is carrying that man's child. Brennan thought he had a future with Carly. He has been blackmailing Nina, pulling strings, acting like the king of Port Charles, all while thinking Carly was his queen. And in one sentence, Carly didn't just break his heart, she completely annihilated his ego. But here is where I start getting incredibly scared for Carly. Because that shock on Brennan's face, it didn't last long. You could see the exact second his heartbreak mutated into pure, toxic hostility. Brennan is a dangerous, dangerous man. He is tied to the WSB. He has endless resources. And now he has nothing left to lose when it comes to Carly. The dynamic between them just shifted from a twisted romance to absolute mortal enemies. He is not going to just walk away and let Carly and Valentine play happy family. He is going to scorch the earth. And then there is Valentine. Oh my God, Valentine Cassadine. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the sheer protective energy radiating off this man? The second Brennan stepped toward Carly Valentine was right there, stepping in front of her like a human shield. Valentin is a fugitive. He is wanted by the authorities. He has every reason to jump out that attic window and disappear into the night to save his own skin. But he didn't. He stood his ground and vowed to protect Carly and their unborn child from the WSB at all costs. I know some people are loving this Brennan and Carly dynamic, but personally, I have always been a sucker for Valentin when he goes into full Cassadine protector mode. Remember how he has always been with Charlotte. The man will burn the world down for his children. And now he has a new baby on the way with a woman he is hopelessly obsessed with. Valentin is not going to let Brennan or the WSB touch a single hair on Carly's head. But how is he going to do it? They are trapped. He is a wanted man hiding in an attic. And the head of the WSB just caught them red-handed. The stakes have literally never been higher. Okay, back to the point because my brain is spinning in a million directions. We have to talk about the elephant in the room. Or rather, the hitman in the WSB cell. Jason Morgan. I am so stressed about Jason I could throw up. Jason is currently sitting in a miserable WSB holding cell, falsely taking the fall for shooting Ross Cullum on Pier 55 because he is trying to protect Rocco Falconeri. Jason sacrificed his freedom, his time with Danny, everything to protect Lulu and Dante's kid. He is entirely cut off from Port Charles. And he is doing all of this while thinking Carly is safe. How in the world is Jason going to react when this news reaches him? Because you know it will. Brennan is exactly the kind of petty, vindictive villain who will make sure Jason finds out just to torture him. Jason has spent his entire adult life protecting Carly. He has hated almost every man she has ever been with. He hated Jax, he hated Franco, he barely tolerated her other marriages. But Valentin Cassadine, the man who has caused so much destruction, the man who Jason fundamentally does not trust. Imagine Jason sitting in a cold cell, completely helpless, finding out that the woman he loves more than anyone else in the world is pregnant with Valentin's child. I honestly think it might break him. Jason's stoicism is legendary, especially after his traumatic brain injury years ago that altered his emotions. But this is the kind of news that shatters a man's soul. Jason is going to lose his mind knowing he can't be there to protect her from Brennan's wrath. He is going to feel completely useless. And I am dreading the moment we have to watch Steve Burton play that reaction, because it is going to destroy me emotionally. And what about the rest of Port Charles? The ripple effects of this pregnancy are going to be monumental. Think about Jocelyn. Jocelyn was just up in that attic investigating Cullum and Faison. She literally just gave Britt a pass for saving her from the hook killer. And now she is going to find out her mother is having a baby with Valentin. Jocelyn is going to absolutely lose her mind. She already hates the secrets. She already hates the danger. And now her mom is tied to the Cassadines for the rest of her life. And Nina, oh my god, Nina Reeves. Valentin was just pitching an alliance to Carly, trying to convince her to use Nina to take down Brennan. Nina is currently being blackmailed by Brennan over that traffic cam footage of Willow. Nina still has feelings wrapped up in Valentin, and now she's going to find out her worst enemy, Carly, is carrying his child. The absolute irony of it all. Nina is going to spiral out of control, and honestly, I don't blame her. The messy drama is just too good. And we can't forget about Charlotte and Danny. Charlotte just wrecked a car with Danny behind the wheel, causing that massive Route 91 crash with Jordan and Curtis. Charlotte is already a mess. And now she's getting a new sibling. Danny's already furious that Jason is locked up. And now he's going to find out Carly's having a baby with a fugitive while his dad rots in a cell. The teenage angst is going to be off the charts. I just don't see how Carly gets out of this unscathed. She has played too many games. She thought she could outsmart Jack Brennan. She thought she could hide Valentin forever. And now she is pregnant and completely exposed. Brennan's wrath is going to be biblical. He is going to use the full force of the WSB to crush Valentin and make Carly suffer. And Valentin is going to have to tap into his darkest, most ruthless Cassadine instincts to keep her safe. I am terrified, I am exhilarated, and I am so emotionally invested I can't even stand it. This is peak daytime drama. This is why I have been watching since 2015. They built this up so perfectly. The secret attic romance, the WSB threat, the underlying tension with Jason locked away. It is a masterclass in soap opera storytelling. I know I am rambling, and I am probably contradicting myself because half of me wants Carly to face the consequences. of her actions, and the other half wants Valentine to sweep her away to a private island. But I don't care. I'm just so here for the chaos. Tomorrow's episode cannot come fast enough. I need to see the immediate aftermath. I need to see if Brennan tries to arrest Valentine right then and there, or if he walks away to plot something much more sinister. I need to see Valentine holding Carly as she cries. I need to see Jason pacing his cell. If they make us wait through a weekend cliffhanger for the fallout of this, I am going to riot. Please tell me I am not the only one feeling this way. We need to start a support group for this storyline because my nerves are completely shot. Alright, I need to go try to calm down and maybe get 2 hours of sleep before the sun comes up. But seriously, keep the theories coming in the comments because I need to talk about this with people who get it. This show is going to be the death of me, but what a way to go.